Alright, what's up, guys? This is another No Guidance podcast brought to you by yours truly, Barada, and we got two special guests. They're both part of the Seattle Speed Stars. You know, we got Colin and Lucas. I mean, if you guys want to introduce yourself real quick.
Yeah. What's up, guys? My name is Colin. On YouTube, I go by NE7SON, and then you got my guy Lucas next to me, who's my editor and all that stuff.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if you guys are going to see videos on all this, but obviously, if you guys can't tell, if you guys look at us, we're Asian. Yeah. So, I mean, Lucas is quarter
He's
Japanese.
quarter. He counts.
So
He's valid.
But, I mean, what we're going to go over this episode is really just how it is being Asian American and how it affects you, just like, I guess, when it comes to the entertainment business, or when it comes to, you know, I know playing sports is probably another big entertainment industry. So, along those lines, let's just talk about, I mean, if you had to choose, I mean, do you have someone specifically that you look up to and be like, hey, I want to be like him? Like, if it was, like, I guess, in regards of the Asian community.
It was really, like, as a kid growing up, it was really Jeremy Lin. Like, back in 2012 when Lin Sandy first popped off, it felt cool to see someone that looked like me, like, on the screen and, like, doing stuff. Because, like, you had, like, Asian YouTubers, like Ryan Heeg and stuff like that. But the thing is, they got famous for making fun of, like, Asian stuff, you know what I mean? Not embracing it and, like, you know, just making it a cool thing to be. Yeah,
I think one thing for me, really, that I see on all these social media, like TikTok and all that, it's like, okay, you guys, you know, they have some, like, African TikTokers that are really making fun of their African culture. Because they know, to the white people, it's funny. But the thing is that I told myself, and I already know, is I wouldn't sell out the Asian community. No, I wouldn't try to make myself look stupid and just to fit into the white person's box.
Exactly,
of what
bro.
Asian is, right? Because I think there's barriers to it, and it's like, okay, well, let's just think, like Jackie Robinson, one of the first African Americans to be able to be in, you know, in a white sport, right? Yeah. Or in a white, you know, back then. So I mean, I feel like Jeremy Lin was probably one of the big ones, even for me, I would say, because I mean, the thing is though, along those lines, I feel like when we do hoop, or personally, you know, they always be saying, "Hey, it's Jeremy Lin."
Or if you're tall, they'll call you like Yao Ming or something like that.
If you're tall, there's only so much, but I mean, it's just we need to get our foot in the door and be able to just be like, "Hey, this is what Asian Americans are about," rather than putting us in a box like always. I mean, when was, like, I guess, do you guys have a time where you guys were stereotyped of being, you know, like, when it comes to being Asian or something?
Pretty much, bro. Like, as a kid the whole time, like, I remember I would literally get beat up for being Asian. Bro, because they would, like, make some, and, like, you know, looking back at it now I'm older, it's funny, but at the time it felt bad. I was probably, like, 5-6 year old. I was getting beat up by, like, these older kids, probably maybe 7 years older than me. And they would beat me up because they'd be like, "Oh, you smell like soy sauce," or something like that, bro. I'm like, dog, what? Like, I'm just a kid.
Bro, dog. I feel like, okay, for those people that do that, it's just a lot of ignorance.
For sure.
Because, I mean, shit, I don't know if I smell like soy sauce.
I don't know either.
To someone else, maybe.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
Like, realistically, that's just, you know, it's just saying some racist shit that's really trying to make them feel better about it, you know? I mean, I would say, experience that I had with, you know, just the whole idea of racism, being Asian in America. I was working at PacSun back then, right? Yeah. Back when I was, like, probably 16, 17. I'm not really sure. But I was working, blah, blah, folding, whatever. You know, just, if you guys have been to the South Center PacSun, you know, I was just walking around folding. And it was probably, like, the morning shift. So there's no customers really coming in. This white lady comes in, blah, blah, blah. She's doing whatever. I say, "Hey, you need help?" Whatever, whoop-de-whoop, whatever she's doing, all that. She walks around. She goes to the t-shirt aisle. She's like, "Oh, can you help me?" And I was like, "Yep, bet." She was looking at shirts, whatever. And then, mind you, she was looking at a shirt, and I was just being like, "Okay, I'm gonna go help." And then she brings up a shirt and pulls it up, and is like, it probably had, like, some Chinese writings or some shit.
Bro,
and she said, "Hey, do you know what this says?"
Bro, no.
And I'm like, that shit's funny as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I seen someone else, like, if that wasn't me, I would be dying too. Cause that shit is funny as fuck. Because I'm like, damn.
It's funny because you, like, bro, you gotta be kidding me, bro.
Yeah, like, it's like what? That ignorant. Like, you don't even understand. I'm like, bro, huh? I was like, yo, it's all good. I mean, I even told this in my, like, college classes, and it's kind of funny how, like, I'm like, bro, are you that stupid? You can't be that dumb, right?
That's crazy.
But the thing is with whole thing of, I guess, living in America, it taught me, or so if you guys don't know, I moved from here to Hawaii, came back.
Oh, for real?
So yeah, so I really, I guess the idea of being the minority was, you know, in Washington, you might not be, if you're like in the north side, it could be, you know, not that much Asian people.
Up north, that's all like, you know,
rich white people.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
So back then, I used to live in Linwood, but then moved down, and then, but I remember back in school, a lot of the kids were white, and then so it's just like I didn't have that many friends. Moved to Hawaii. Over there is really just Asian people, like Japanese,
all the
Filipino,
islanders out there.
all the islanders, and you got, you know, Samoans and all that, and then white people are the minority there. But then it was weird because when I got there, I saw one of soon to be my best friend. He was white. He was by himself, and I already knew how that felt. When I was back in the mainland in Washington.
For sure.
So I came back 6 years later, come back, and I'm like, oh shit, blah blah blah. Like it's a whole nother reality check, right? So I'm just thinking like blah blah whatever, and so like it's not that I don't fuck with a lot of white people or like, you know, other races. It's just really, I don't like them being ignorant to shit.
Yeah, it's just it's like, it's cool when you can find someone that's humble and relatable to you. Yeah, you know.
I think being on the same level when it comes to what, like, I mean, shit, like, you know, I guess not politics, but I guess
that have like similar views to you. You know, like they have the same mindset, same energy around you. I think that's a big thing that you have to surround yourself with. Yeah. Especially like with being like, you know, us, like how old are you, like what, 19, 20?
Yeah, 19.
Yeah, like, and I'm 16, you know, we're like young entrepreneurs, I guess you could call us, you know, trying to build our name, our brand for ourselves. And a big thing you gotta deal with is like who you put yourself around. If you put around people that don't believe in you, then you're not gonna believe in yourself. Cause like I've had times in the past and like where it's been, I've had guys I wanted to work with and I'm like, yo, like I have this idea, and they automatically shoot it down because like, oh, that's just like, that's so cringy, and it was like, how is it cringy if it's like decent content, you know?
So you're telling me you pitched out ideas and then your homies were like, nah, don't do that,
and then they would get mad and be like, yo, you're not giving us any ideas. I'm like, why would you, like?
I feel like in that situation it's really just like, you're right, you gotta surround yourself with people that, you know, that really fuck with you.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, because if you have people that are gonna, you know, tell you no or like shit that they don't believe in your vision, then you gotta drop them, because realistically you gotta have people that are like-minded for same goal. Because I remember watching like some of your old videos just right before you came. I was just like, you know, I was watching them and it's like I could see the progress because I watched from the beginning.
Thank you.
I mean, this is like your energy video,
bro. That was like a marketing commercial.
Yeah. I was in there too. We went from there, and then I see, you know, the marriage proposal one, right?
Oh yeah, bro.
So I went to, you know, I saw the edits go from the typewriter to the neon one to, you know, just all this other shit, and you can see progress, and that's why I really say you should strive for progress, not perfection.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you chase numbers, if you chase anything that revolves around, oh, I want to do better because of I reached 10K, now I want 20K, 30K. The whole concept of that is chasing something that's, your greed's never gonna end. I'm saying, for sure, because it's a human, you know, things that always want more.
So, I mean, like, the one thing is you always have to, if you aim for like a high, like, you have to be realistic with yourself at the same time, you know. If you aim for something ridiculous and you don't hit it, then you just like, you're gonna beat yourself up. You're like, man, I'm done, bro. But if you're like, you know what, this was the goal, but I was almost there, then you're like, let's just keep on going.
I think with that though, what I would say is like, okay, you need to set your not expectation. Just when you set a goal for yourself, don't have any expectations.
Exactly.
Because if you have expectations, you're gonna make yourself feel shitty if you don't make it.
Yeah, you'd be like disappointing yourself.
But the thing is, what I do now is really just, if your dreams isn't something that someone else is like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
It's not that's not even a goal or a dream at that point. Because, or no. What I'm trying to say is, you need to set your goals and dreams like fucking crazy so people don't believe in it.
Oh, for sure.
And only you, because if you aim for the moon and you land with the stars, bro, that's just the whole idea.
Oh, bro, yeah, bro. That Pop Smoke album, like,
so,
you know, shoot for the star, aim for the moon is like that. Honestly, I think that's such a great way to like aim life in general.
Oh yeah.
Is to always shoot high, but if you fail, hey, at least you're still somewhere higher than where you started.
It's the progress. You know? It's the marathon. It's for you know, just everything, just the grind. You know, day in, day out. You know, it's like, okay, I got drop music every Friday, drop a podcast every Sunday. You know, maybe the content and shit might not be good, but it's a consistency concept that I'm trying to do.
Really. If people can like get down with it and actually support it, bro, I'd rather build my channel slow with genuine supporters than have like fake numbers the whole time.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I'm gonna say this as a person who's, you know, still on the grind of still trying to work and build a fan base and all that.
Sure.
Really treat your fans as people. Don't
for sure.
Don't like actually have a human connection, because if you have a post where you just, you know, copy paste, and they reply with something, but you just say okay, thanks. It kind of shows that you don't.
Yeah, it's like you don't care. You know? If you can like, oh yeah, to you guys out there, if you guys know Brada, if you reach out to him and you genuinely support him, he will really have a full conversation with you.
Yeah, for sure.
Cause like I think that's one thing is like if you stay humble, I think you're always gonna have support out there. Because I hate it when people like they'll repost their stuff or something like that for them, and they'll just open it and they wouldn't even say anything to it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, at that point, it's I can't. Obviously, I'm gonna say this: for all the shots that you don't take, you're gonna obviously miss.
For sure.
So you got to take the shot. If you miss, it's like oh well. But it's better to shoot 99 shots and make 99 of them instead of, you know, shooting 0 shots. You made 0 at that point. I guess that was kind of a bad analogy, but you get the point.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys get the point.
No, man. I mean, like I said, when it comes to people like surrounding you, at least it has to be the good people. Like for me, at least, like bro, me and like Seattle Speed Stars, like that's my brotherhood right there. That's my family. Yeah. But you know, like people get into arguments all the time, you know. So I took a break from them, and then in the process, I was trying to do something to like find myself and stuff. And then that's why if you look at my recent videos, I have that Very Rare logo, and you'll probably see it around on a lot of stuff. That's like my media team or like my production team, you know, for this like the Seattle Proposal actually is the first project essentially where Very Rare is essentially whatever you do. It's like a lifestyle. Very Rare. Make sure that whatever you do, you're irreplaceable, and then make sure that no one can ever do it again. Because if you're irreplaceable, you're one of one, and people always strive to be like you. But if they can't be like you, then your name's gonna be left, you know, be remembered forever. And you know, Very Rare. It consists of me, my guy Winston, who does my drone shots, Lucas, who's my editor, and then Mason and Joel. You know, those are like my brothers right there. You know, like when like literally I went through the worst stage in my life. Well, not the worst stage, but pretty like the worst part of 2020. You know, I got my heart broken. I had beef with, you know, my Seattle Speed Stars at the time, and I was like, damn, bro, like I'm just down terrible, you know, not even down atrocious, bro. And you know, the two of them came to me, and you know, they brought me back up, and then you know now like I'm cool with everyone. I'm back in my crew, like you know, life's actually going pretty well with the good people around you that make it better.
That's good to hear, though. I mean, what I would, you know, tell you as someone that's older than you, and you know, I know you got a long ways to go. Definitely. It's just a lot of the, you know, like the beefs that you might have with someone, bro. It's like, okay, what I recently found out really was, okay, a lot of people are passing away. Yeah, like you know, like just people I know in my, you know, in my immediate life or just in general, and it's like, do you want that to be the last encounter between you and someone? Bad beef.
And what's so sad is like, you know? It could literally just be a simple "Hey yo, bro, my bad," or like "Hey, I'm sorry," that could fix everything for you, you know. And like at least my motto is, for like it really started mid-December when me and like all my homies became cool again, you know. And the motto was like, why would I, you know, build bridges, don't burn bridges, because only God can walk on water, you know. And just when you live with that mindset of just being out there and being honest with people, and you're like creating no beef, because you never know when someone becomes an asset to you in the future, and you just got to carry on with it. Yeah,
that's true. I mean, treat everybody with respect, just because, I mean, you never know when that person might,
for sure,
you know, come back and be like, hey, bro, here's this. You know, because I don't know your future. So, like, it's like, I mean, it's not like I don't fuck with any of the shit you do. Yeah. It's really, like, what I'm trying to say is make sure you treat everybody with respect.
Because you never know when it's going to benefit you in the future as well.
Who knows? Maybe this person is going to, or, maybe Colin's going to pop off before I do. Who knows? Like, you know?
I don't know.
It's like you never know. But really, I would say treat everybody with kindness. Treat,
for sure,
you know, like, automatically. Because if you just look at someone and be like, oh, I don't fuck with them. Just because, you know, you heard something. Yeah. But the thing is, you never knew them personally. Yeah, definitely. So how are you going to judge them off of someone else's words?
I mean, yeah, like you said, it's like when you have someone that can, like, help you in the future, something like that. Like, bro, before, like, beginning of quarantine, TJ, right, tapping kicks, I was just literally just playing a game of, like, 7-on-7 with him for football. And then 2 months later, like, he was like, yo, starting this, like, sneaker account. Bro, that's popping off now. And then, like, just to look at your homies, like, bro, I got you, like, as a musician, and Warfa's another YouTuber. Then you got Stamar as a YouTuber. Then you got TJ, like, reselling and all that stuff. I mean, that's all I can think of right now at the top of the dome. But like, when you think about like, bro, like these are all kids that came from K-Dub and like that were somewhat around each other, you know. And now like we're all reposting each other's stuff and like supporting each other because people are like, yo, that's so cringy, that's so cringy. It's like that's not cringy, bro. Like, who would you rather support? Some random person that you never met and probably doesn't care what you say, or your genuine homie that's like you've known for a long time?
Bro, let me tell you this story. So I was, you know how I repost or send those shit out. Someone ended up hitting me back and was like, "Hey, bro, I know you, your music's cool and all, but I can't support you because we haven't hung out," type shit. That's what he said.
Yeah.
And I just said, all right, it's understandable, it's cool. I just left it at that. But what I was thinking in my head is like, bro, you support all these other rappers, all these big name rappers like Drake, Lil Baby, all that. But they all came up, they were all in the situation where I was. Exactly. But you're saying you can't support me because you never hung out with me. Yeah. That's just a little weird, I think.
But then they want to wait until you start doing numbers to be like, yo, bro, I remember when this dude texted me and like, yeah, bro, I texted you to promote my stuff to help me out. And you said no, like, I'm not even going to recognize that.
Point. For sure. I mean, I always say like, or anybody that really supports me from the beginning, I always say, hey, for sure I'll remember you. Because really I started with zero. Now look,
everyone does.
You know, everybody starts from zero, and the thing is, everybody starts in different places, but it's like really what you get from the finish line. And
it's the cards that you're dealt, and it's how you play them. Like, I think it's so. Damn, what was I gonna say? Shit, bro, my brain just forgot mid sentence, bro. I swear, it's that CTE. That CTE starting to kick in, bro. Oh fuck, what was I gonna say?
What CTE?
CTE, that's that like brain disease that football players be getting, bro.
Oh, I don't fucking know. I don't know fucking football.
Dog. But like I said, I hopped on that live, and I mean, even when you have like maybe 2 to 5 people on your lives, like you still like have a genuine, like you still talking to them, you still hyped about it, and like you still there for all your fans and stuff like that, bro. Because I try to be on your lives as much as possible. Like I try to watch as many as I can. I'm like, bro, what's Brent up to today? You know.
I'm glad that I could, I'm glad that you're doing your own shit too.
For sure.
Just so I could support you, and because there's, you showing love to me, I'm gonna show love back. Definitely, automatically, and I'll no matter who it is, I'm gonna try and show love, no matter what it is. If it's really from a genuine place that they're actually trying to like grind and stuff. Because there's a difference between people who say shit and do shit. Yeah. That's the main thing I notice. And the shit I don't like is people like, oh, I'm gonna do it. But I'm going to do it. But they never do. For sure. For me, I don't really like liars. That's the main thing. But, but there's some people that are like, yeah, I'm gonna make a video, or I'm gonna make a song, I'm gonna do this, but they never do. So I'm glad that you're actually doing it.
Like, bro, talk is so cheap, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, it's cool to manifest things, but you have to take like initiation into it also.
Oh yeah, you gotta get off your ass.
That's exactly.
Really, like, I'm gonna say this, like, for me to put this goal 2021, drop a song a week, that's really gonna. I don't think it's gonna be pushing me hella hard just because I know I'm able to do it.
For sure.
But the thing is, it's sometimes you gotta write it and be able to see it. I think that really helps for me because I'm gonna give you guys like shit what I do just because you guys are younger and just to you guys can take it in, or if you don't want to use it then go ahead. But every day when I wake up, well, I usually go for a run or go for a walk with my dog. But after I get back, I got a notebook. You write down 3 goals you want to do, 3 things you're happy for or thankful for, and 3 things that you like about yourself. Sure. Just because, the goals, let's just go over the goals thing. The reason why I put 3 goals is because throughout the day, there's a lot of shit that you might do but you forget.
For sure.
Yeah. And then, after a long day, you might be tired, you might be in a pissy ass mood. But the thing is, if you look back and you put 3 goals and you actually did them, it makes you feel like accomplished.
You like, dang, I actually did
something. I actually did some shit.
For sure.
Because after a long day, really, of, being stressed and all that, you don't celebrate your, like, W's, you could say. It's like, it gets stressful. It gets
if you
sad.
only focus on the negatives, that's all you're ever going to get.
Oh, yeah.
You got to look for the bright side of things, Like, always look for that. Even if it's the smallest amount of light, you just got to keep on going towards it.
And then that just goes along with the whole grateful thing. 3 things I'm grateful for.
For sure.
It could be as little as having clean water. Because I don't know if you guys
People be taking stuff for granted.
Yeah, clean water, clean clothes, and, air that we could actually breathe.
For sure. I mean, for me, like,
right?
I'm very thankful for the things I got around me. Like, I'm thankful for, like, just my friends and everything. And, like, because, I grew up in a rough, like, childhood as a kid. I grew up in the South Side of Seattle. Like, I've seen things that no grown adult will ever see in their lifetime, And, I mean, that's just... I'm not mad about it, you know, like, actually I'm thankful because it just gives me more, like,
perspective in that.
Different perspective and more, like, interesting story to tell in the future.
That's true. I think if you know, the thing is for me when I started growing up too, it's like a lot of shit that I seen or went through, I try to normalize it because I was like, oh, everybody probably goes through that.
For sure.
But then when I grow up and tell people stories about shit that I went through, they're probably like, bro, what the fuck are you on? Like, what did you do? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same way with you, just because we really think, I think as a kid, that we normalize shit.
Oh, for
like,
sure.
to the max. But, you know, when you get older and you actually look from a different perspective of, like, a normal person, you're just like, bro, what the fuck was that? You know?
No. Like, the thing is, when you go through, like, in my opinion, when you go through, like, more rough times, you become more relatable to people and more down to earth. And that's the thing, like, at least from my fan base, at least, I don't know, fans, I just call them family at this point. Like, they see me as someone like, yo, I know this dude. And I talked to Samar, too. I was like, yo, what's one way I can improve my channel? And Samar's like, yo, I'm broad. Because I feel like most of the videos I made are towards, like, people that know me as a person, you know? And I'm just like, I don't even think I've released 10. I think I only have 10 videos on YouTube right now. But they've all done solid numbers, in my opinion. Like, I think I passed 4K views, like, last week. And I was like, damn, bro, like, I didn't know people actually, like, genuinely support me like that, you know? And I look like the likes and, like, obviously I've had some dislikes, but I mean, that it just comes with the process.
Get in your head.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just like, all right, bro, it's whatever. Someone didn't like it, you know, I don't really care. I'd rather, like, I like looking at the comments of people like, yo, like, you know, your shit's, like, tough, or, like, you know, very, very is, like, the greatest to ever do it, you know? And I always like the fact that, especially shout out to PJ and Maddie, you know, they took such a big leap of faith into me to shoot their engagement. Like, bro, this is something that they're going to look at in the future, and they're like, yo, like, Colin's the guy that did this for us, you know? And, like, in the future, I just hope that, you know, my channel's big enough to where I can be like, yo, these are my first ever people that actually believed in me and trusted in me. And it's just like, you know, just humble beginnings, basically.
Yeah, it is, you know, you get to post that, but, you know, 10 years from now, you might look at it and you be like, oh, it's trash. But guess what? We all start from somewhere.
I mean, that's how it is. Like, and also, like, I only have, like, 180 something subs, right? But I look at the numbers my videos do, I'm like, damn, bro, like,
you know, they're probably watching it 2-3 times a day.
Exactly,
like,
that, either that, and then I was like looking up the numbers, it was like, oh, you got 60% of people that aren't subbed. I'm like, oh, it's whatever, bro. It is what it is.
But
damn, bro. Look to the camera. What does it say?
It says maximum recording.
Bro, what? Hey, yo, give me a second.
Sorry, good.
You didn't know that, Steve?
Nah, I got it.
You only have one?
But shit, I mean, Colin was just talking shit, acting like he said, I didn't fuck when I'm touching it. But, nah, realistically, when you thought that I didn't, you know, I guess mess with you type shit, it was just because during Kentwood back then, I really wasn't fucking with nobody anyways.
Yeah, you be
You know, like, I was by myself, really just grinding out shit, doing my shit, just going to school, doing whatever, kicking it with, like, Warfoot and all that.
That's literally all I saw. It was like, you coming through with Warfoot, like, hella late to class, and y'all just hoop up. I was like,
I mean, that's the only shit we did because we had Green River.
Yeah.
But for real, though, I think Warfoot would be a great example of someone that I've seen really grow as a person.
Definitely, bro.
Just because, I don't know if you guys knew who, like, you know, back in, I guess, let's say when I first started working out with him, when, you know, this was probably when he was probably a sophomore, freshman, so let's say 2017, right? Started working out, and he's like, you know, it's just the idea of progression, like I always say, aim for progression, never for perfection.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, Warfoot probably wasn't even able to bench probably more than 15 pounds on each side, right? And then you see him now, he probably could bench at least, I would say, I believe, a 45, so a plate, and probably a 25.
For real?
And I think a lot of it just comes from where he started was one push-up, like, not, like, literally one push-up, just because, you know, he couldn't do that many push-ups, so it's like, okay, we do one push-up today, do another push-up tomorrow, just one push-up, work from there, because you do one push-up ends up being 100 push-ups in 100 days, right? But sooner or later, you're able to do 2 push-ups in a day.
And then you just keep on going.
Now, that's 200 in every 100 days. You keep on multiplying that, keep on working, and you're eventually going to be able to fucking do whatever you want. And I think when it comes to health and fitness, you guys should really take that in consideration, just because if you feel good and you look good, bro, that's just, it helps your confidence even more.
Exactly.
You know, and after a workout, I don't know if you guys ever felt like, you know, it's like after you play football, hoop with your homies, and you're just chilling after, you're just like, damn, bro, I really put in work, and you feel good.
Bro,
right?
That's how I feel like during football, at least, like when we would do conditioning or something like that, bro, in the I'm a big deal. I'm a big chug. Bro, during that, I'll be like, bro, I hate this. Like, I'm finna quit. I'm finna quit. Once you get done, you're like, hey, that wasn't that bad. But I think that's how you gotta look at life too. When you go through the hard times, which in this case it would be the conditioning, that running lap by lap by lap, that's the negatives of life beating you down. But then once you get done with it, once you get past that moment in life, you look back, you're like, man, and you just laugh like, man, that wasn't even that bad, you know?
I would say, bro, really, with the way you're talking and the way you hold yourself after just like talking to you just for even, you know, just a little bit, I could see a lot of maturity in you that a lot of people don't even have when they're like probably my age or like, even older than
like 25, 30, bro.
Yeah, because they still live in a world where they look at everything that is in their way as an object rather than looking at it in a different perspective and saying, oh, I should be thankful for this because without this situation, I would have never learned this.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like, big things like, you know, a lot of people, like, their parents get divorced. My parents are divorced, you know, and people are like, man, how do you feel about that, bro? Honestly, I think it was what's best for me, bro. Like, it made me build character. It made me independent, like, and just doing what was best for me, you know? And now that I look at it, I'm like, bro, it's just, you know, something to laugh at. It's whatever. Like, I don't take it serious. I don't take it to heart because you can't change what's happened in the past. The only thing you can change is in the future. If you're mad about something that's going to happen, then change what you're doing right now to change what's going to happen. But whatever happened in the past, you just got to learn from it and then just laugh at it.
Yeah, just always say, reflect and learn from your mistakes, even your mistakes or anything that you do back then, just because if you're able to, you know, experience it and feel the emotions that you felt
for sure
and be like, damn, I don't like this feeling. Don't ever feel that feeling anymore by telling yourself you're never going to do that or never put yourself in that situation
definitely
and this could apply to so many other things, just like, you know, in relationships, you know,
definitely, bro, definitely
business shit, right? Like, when it comes to a lot of things, it's really just what you pick and choose is going to be in your life. At the end of the day, like, if you're going to hang out with people that always steal from you, do this, but you constantly go back to them because you think that's your friends, then you're fucking yourself over.
Or, like, if you're around people that, like, push, like, I've been around people like that where, like, they consistently would put you down as a person and make you feel terrible about yourself. Like, why would you stay? Like, oh yeah, those are my homies. No, they're not, bro. They use you as a punching bag. Like, leave and go find people that genuinely care about you.
But the thing is, a lot of people have the difficulty of that because they think that time, because they've been friends for like best friends for like 8 years, that they can't, you know, leave them. But the thing is, if you're able to take yourself out of that situation and put yourself in situations where people might like you, you know, you'll never even know until you actually do it. You know,
bro. The thing is, like, for people out there, like, oh yeah, this might have been my best friend for years, bro. You know, you can literally see your dog turn into a snake right in front of you.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because you never know. You're like your own dog. Your day one could lead. I don't know. He could meet someone that has more money than you. He's like, oh, bro, my homie buys me this and that, and then he'll switch up on you right there. Like, bro, like what? Like, it's crazy.
I think if it comes to that situation where someone's gonna switch up just due to the fact that someone else could provide for them, at the end of the day, bro, that person, it's good that they're out of your life just because
it's better for you in the end.
It's better for you now that you know that where their intentions lie.
Exactly.
Is it that they hung out with you because of the money and all the other shit you bring, or is it actually the intangibles, as in how you are as a person?
Definitely.
Like other shit, like, you know, you can't replace, you know, material shit you can always replace. This fan, this computer, this, you know, everything can be replaced. But the thing is, it's just how you are as a person. That's what matters the most when it comes to my relationships with my friends. But just because, you know, I take loyalty over everything, loyalty over money, anything.
Easily.
Because for a fact, if I know that they have my back at the end of the day, I don't gotta question them. For sure, I'll take that.
Because if you gotta feel like, I feel like if you're around someone and you gotta feel like on edge around them, like, yo, if I say something wrong, like, they finna expose me or they finna do something like that, bro. That's not your homie, bro. You better leave. Sure. You gotta be around someone that's down for you no matter what. Like, bro, Lucas is literally my best friend. I've only known him since what, freshman year?
Yeah.
It's about 3 years, right? Bro, this dude's practically another son to my mom, bro. Like, he's been around my family, bro. I think my freshman year, he was at my house every single day. If it wasn't for Lucas right here, bro, I don't think my YouTube channel would be what it is right now, bro. He taught me how to edit, made all my logos and everything, you know. And then I think that's a big thing too. You can't do a lot of stuff and take credit for it as if you did it. Like, if you did it yourself, all right, credit to you. But if you have people help you along the way, like, give credit, you know. Don't be that selfish ass dude.
I think when you know, a lot of people get into the mind of, oh, they wouldn't, you know, you have those people that are like, oh, they wouldn't be anything without me.
Yeah.
You know, I think that gets hella annoying just because, you know, it's like, okay, well, you weren't in my shoes putting in the work that I was doing 24/7.
Bro, that's like the people that be like bullying a kid, right? And then that kid like does something to like boss up and like, man, if it wasn't for me bullying, I'm like, bro, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, maybe if you wasn't, you know, but still, like the shit that we're putting work for, we don't want to have someone come up back to us
and steal
like,
it from us.
Yeah, and be like, hey, bro, you, I made you, blah blah, blah because of you doing this, you know.
Nah, bro. Like, I'm always gonna give credit to those that help me, man. Like, I'm always give credit to Lucas, Winston, you know, the people that have helped me out the most. Shoot, honestly, like, even though my brother doesn't do anything for like content stuff like that, right? He's just a regular ass dude. But if it wasn't for my brother, bro, like my brother was my father figure because my dad was always busy, always working. All I had was my brother, and he's the one that like, he's kind of an introvert. You know, he don't talk much, but he's like, bro, you know, just the personality that you have, the things you have, you can capitalize it so much. You know, like, I'm not shy to say stuff. I'm not shy. Like, the fact that we put ourselves on the internet shows that we're willing to do it, you know. It's not like someone's forcing us to do it. And I think when you're on the internet, you have to be willing to put yourself out there and, like, let people know you. You can't be shy at that.
Yeah. I think what I've learned past in the, you know, just, you know, I'm 19, about to turn 20, but what I really learned is you got to really fuck with yourself before you even put yourself out on the internet. For sure. Because if you're not comfortable with yourself at the end of the day when you're about to go to sleep, then I don't think you can live with the shit that you post.
Because if you're insecure and then you see other people, like, they comment on your insecurities, you're gonna be like, dang, bro, this is not for me. If you can learn to live with it and you're like, all right, bro, it's whatever. And then you see that comment, you're just like, you just laugh at it, just keep on going.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, really, when I with like for music, you know, I'm pretty sure I get a lot of criticism, whatever. At this point, bro, I don't give a fuck.
Bro, like, because the thing is, you're doing it for yourself at the same time. You're not doing it for no one else. Bro, why does some random dude why does his approval matter more than you when you got, like, I look at it like this. If you're in a room full of, like, 100 people, 99 people like you, one person dislikes you. Why would you pay attention to the one person that doesn't like you when you got 99 other people that support you?
I think along those lines, though, it's like, a lot of people look at the negative things just because they always want to be, I guess, accepted. You know, in high school, you want to always do shit to fit in. You can't dress a certain way or else you're going to be like, oh, he's blah, 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 whatever. He's ugly. He don't got to fit. Just because you don't dress like everybody else, for example, right?
I'm pretty sure you remember when you had your braids?
You want to have long hair?
Yeah, long hair. Bro, I remember you had braids, I had braids, and then this is when the time people were like, bro, what the hell are these Asian kids doing, getting their hair braided and stuff. And, like, you know, you just got, but the thing is, like, they would make fun of it, but then 2 months later, they're doing it themselves.
That's funny.
And you're like, bro, what? And then how you gonna criticize me and try to gas me, but then you're doing it yourself later?
Because it's a trend. Like I'm saying, like, people always want to do shit that other people are doing. And the thing I really noticed with, you know, just the shit I do every day, you know, if it's actually something that I want to do, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that really helped me with that was asking yourself why 7 times to something like, okay, why do I make music? Answer it. Why? Answer it. Why?
And keep on going.
You're gonna keep on finding the actual root of why you do something.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's just do an exercise right now. So, why did you start making, you know, YouTube videos?
I just felt like I needed a creative outlet to just put my stuff out there.
Okay, and so why?
Because I just felt I couldn't find a proper way to just release what I had thought. Like, I always thought of things, but I never knew how to execute it. You know?
So continue that, and so why to that?
With YouTube, I could visually see what my thoughts and my creativity could be put out there, and, like, visually see it.
Yeah, so we just can continue why for that one.
And I just thought it'd be cool because, you know, obviously you can release a video and make it private, but I was hoping, like, you know, I release a video and other people like it too, and it inspires other people in the process.
So why do you want it to inspire other people?
I mean, back to the topic we talked about before. I mean, we don't see a lot of people that look like us to inspire others, and I think that's another thing too, is you got to manifest and put out good energy. So yeah, man, just inspiring others to do good and create positivity and good energy, because I feel like there's so much negativity in this world that You know, you have to put effort in there to make things like to be negative. It doesn't take effort to be nice. It doesn't take effort to inspire. It doesn't take anything. Because if I can inspire, like, bro, I make vlogs, bro. Literally, it's a video of me talking about myself. If I can inspire someone to like, yo, you know what? I like how he talks. I like the way that he carries himself. I want to be like that. Or I want to do something like that. Or I want to embrace myself. Because as a kid, I always grew up with a ton of insecurities, bro. And that's because I made fun of it. Like, I got small eyes. I'm, you know, decently short. I'm like 5'8". Or like I'm aged. Like, bro, like so much things that people would like make fun of me for. I just learned to embrace it, you know. And if people can be like, yo, if this guy can just embrace, if I can embrace it myself and be comfortable with myself, then you know.
Shit, that was my dog. But
damn.
I don't know why he's going wild for us. No, but I think we got to, you know, just the why. You know, I don't think we need to continue keep on asking why. Yeah. Like an annoying ass 7-year-old.
Yeah, tell me why, bro.
But I think, you know, after hearing your whys and all that, it's like, goddamn, my dog's
gonna pick it up.
No, it is.
Damn.
Nah, it's cool though. But like we were saying, just, you know, continuing going why. You're gonna go into, you know, deeper. You're gonna get a deeper understanding
the root of it,
the reason why you're doing something. Really, like this YouTube channel wasn't just for, you know, to make content. It was a bigger reason. You know, you could visualize things and be able to inspire other people just in a way where, you know, it's not hurting anybody too, because it's a positive way to you know,
and another thing too is like, I think another thing that really made me want to do YouTube was like, and this is like cringy to other people, but X, bro, like if you saw X came from a terrible background and like everything, right? But the one video that made me change my perspective was like the helping hand challenge video, which is my goal is like in the future, like once I make like, you know, enough money, I'll go around town and I'll just give back to the people around, you know, the homeless and stuff. And the helping hand challenge, even though, you know, X is no longer with us, it's a challenge of whoever can do the most good, you know, and put it out there. Because the thing is, people are like, oh, you know, you just want to come off as a good person. Nah, bro, like I want to show like there are still good people out there, and you should do it yourself even if you can't like record it. Just spread positivity and give back to those in need. Whether, and they're like, oh, you know, like 9 out of 10 people are faking it, bro. I don't care if it's 9 out of 10. If I can help that 1 out of 10, I'm gonna take my chances every single time, because I'm living life well. I'm appreciative. Like, I'm not wealthy rich, but I got money and I don't mind giving $1 or $2 to someone else that needs it.
I would say this though, when it comes to money and all that, I would always, instead of giving someone money that's in need, give them the tools to make that money.
For sure.
Give them the tools to be successful, rather than don't give them the success without the progress with it. You know, it's like,
you gotta give them the formula to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the formula, and if you want to use those tools correctly and, you know, be in a situation where I am, then I'm gonna give you these tools.
For sure.
But if you're not gonna use it and the only thing you want is money, or like, you know, if we end up chasing things that we, you know, that are so materialistic,
exactly,
right? It's like, does that money make you?
Really.
Does the clothes you wear make you? No, right?
Not at all, bro.
That's why I say it's like you need to really build upon the things that you can't touch, like the intangibles of communication skills, being able to, you know, work around stressful situations, or, you know, just the useful things, I would say. Yeah,
I mean, when you talk about like giving us like advice and stuff like that too, like, my bro Mason's girlfriend, her name's Alyssa, and she's a great speaker when it comes to like mental health and stuff, right? And she talked about doing a YouTube channel. I said, yo, like, I may not be a big channel, but I have the basic formats of a channel. I'm like, if you need help, I'm willing to help you, because I want to see other people grow too. Especially, she covers such a great topic, you know, in mental health, which, you know, I feel like a lot of people ignore nowadays. And if I can help her grow and I can help her like do that, I'm not gonna ask for no fee or anything like that. Why would I do that when she's my friend and I can help her out, you know?
That's good to hear, just because a lot of people are like, you know, like Flight says, disingenuous. But nah, for real, like a lot of people are really, they want to do shit expecting something that in return.
For
like,
sure.
You know, a lot of people are like, okay, if I give you, or in the back of their head, they're counting favors.
Yeah, they're like, you know, all right, you did this for me. I did this for you. I did this for you.
Oh yeah, remember that time when you know, blah, blah.
I'm like, bro, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but I think really, if you keep on giving, one day you're gonna get something back.
Because eventually, that one person that you gave something to is gonna pay you back in the future. Because like, another thing too, she was like, oh, I'm not sure if I want to start YouTube just yet. And I'm like, the sooner you start, the better. Because think about it, like, you rather start today than start tomorrow. Because if you start today, you get 1 sub. And if, let's say you start tomorrow, that's one less sub that you'll have.
That's true.
So start earlier and just keep on going. And like even if you don't even get a single subscriber for a month, but you get a subscriber after 1 month, shoot, that's better than when you start because at least you had something out there.
That's true. And the thing is, a lot of people will look at the negative, but you're really I feel like you're really trying to push everybody to look at a whole different perspective.
For sure. I mean, I've been like, I'm only 17. Like I've been, like I said earlier, I've been through points of life where no one should have ever seen. And I'm still here. I'm still happy. I'm still smiling. And if you look at my 2020 rewind video, people are like, "Oh, why you so like bad language, bro?" It's just me being me. And like, well, the video had no like sustain, bro. It was really a compilation of just me and my friends throughout the whole year. And the main thing that you see is I smile the whole time in that video, because I feel like one thing is when these negative things happen in your life, it's just trying to kill your smile. You know, kill that. You know whether you got that crooked smile or not. As long as you got that smile, it's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
And just keep that smile going even through the worst of days.
Yeah, they always say beauty is, what is it?
Perception?
No, beauty is held to the eyes of the beholder. Some shit like
that.
Yeah. Or
exactly,
like the same shit along the same shit. It's like
for sure.
Just because you think that one thing may look bad to you, like let's just use your smile. You think that that's ugly, but the thing is, someone else might look at that and just be like, hey, that they might like that of you, even though that might be something that you're insecure about, right?
Like honestly, I'll give credit to like one of my best friends, Tally. Like she has given me like I'm not gonna lie, I'm a big hypocrite. Like I talk so bad about myself, bro. I was like, bro, I'm such an asshole or something like that. Like, I'll make myself out to be like this bad person, and she's always been there to be like, yo, like what are you talking about, bro? Like you're such a positive person, and that's because that's just even though I'm saying like I still focus on the negatives a lot, which I shouldn't, but it's a natural human nature, especially for someone like that puts themselves out there, like they always want to see it perfect or like better than before.
I'm gonna say this, bro. So along the lines of when I was just talking about the 3 things I do in the morning type of thing, I think you should try and utilize it just because the 3. We went over 3 goals and then 3 things you're thankful for. Sure. Last one is 3 things that you like about yourself. Just because we don't have, I think realistically, I was talking to Warfu about it, it's like we don't have the positive reinforcement that, coming from a household that, I mean,
like immigrant parents.
Immigrant parents. I was going to just say father parents. But then again, immigrant parents is probably the better terminology. But, even in additional to that, Asian families, we don't really talk about how we feel, how, all these things. And hopefully it'll do better in the future. But as of right now, it's like we didn't have that person that was saying, hey, good job, son. And,
it's always like, you'd be like, yo, I got 100% on a test. Like, they're like, nah, they'll be like suspicious, like, nah, that test was too easy.
So that's why I say it's like, okay, the last 3 is 3 things that you like about yourself. And it's funny because this one person that I told him to do that, they're like, well, why would I do that? That's such a girl thing to do.
It's not,
but
bro.
The thing is, it's like
mental health.
Yeah, because I mean, it's still hard for me, to be honest with you guys. It's hard for me to even think about 3 things that, what do I like about myself? And yeah, I've been like, I started this back in November.
Yeah. Right?
And I did this, tried to do it consistently. But I mean, now I do it like every day, and it does help you as a person just to be able to like, I think if you can't look in the mirror and say you love yourself really,
for
bro,
sure,
you're fucking up somewhere. Just because like if you don't fuck with yourself at the end of the day, like who's gonna fuck with you even more than yourself,
Dude, honestly, and I think another thing too is like if you can't take pride in things that you do, and like when people ask me like, yo, like they'll ask me like YouTube or something like that, right? And in my head I'm like, bro, I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to sound like a dick basically. But at the same time, I was talking to one of these older cats, right? He was like, bro, take pride in what you do. It's not you. You're not bragging. If they take it as you bragging, then they're not doing as good as you in life. They're not doing what like you're doing something that they want to do to where they're jealous. Bro, I'm living my life. If you're jealous about that, then
that's not your problem.
It's not my problem. That's your problem.
Yeah.
If you're like jealous that I'm making videos, all right, bro, go do it yourself then.
I would say really, like what one quote that, or not a quote, Jamichael. Yeah. He was telling me, okay, so think about the people that tell you to be humble.
It'd be the people that are.
It's the people. No, it's the people that have less than what you have.
Because they want you to be on their level. I guess.
They don't want you to be on the high level. You don't see anybody else. Like you don't see me telling you, hey, bro, you need to be humble.
Bro,
think about that, right? Because I would say in a situation of, I guess having a brand, I might have a bigger brand than you.
Yeah.
In that situation, not saying as a person, I'm.
But that's because you've been putting up more numbers than me over the last, what 2-3 years
yeah,
already.
But you don't hear me saying to you, "Hey, bro, you need to be humble."
No, it's always like, "Hey, bro, keep on going."
Yeah, I'm gonna tell
promoting each other like
but
that.
Then, yeah, if you hear someone below you that is like, "Hey, bro, be humble," I feel like you should take that like low key, just like don't even listen to it.
Yeah, you're like, bro, what are you talking about?
They're not on your level. First of all, it's like you see all these people above you. They don't ever tell people that's below them, "Hey, bro, you need to be humble."
No,
right?
It's always the people that are like,
it's the people.
The more successful people will encourage you and tell you to do it. It's always the people below you that would talk down to you, like be like, "Yo, bro, like calm down, like stop doing all that." Like, what do you mean? And like, bro, you're doing too much. No, I'm not. I'm not doing too much. If anything, I need to do more.
Yeah, it's funny because people want to talk about their insecurities, and they're like, "Oh, don't do that," because they're probably thinking in their head, "Oh, I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that." That's the reason why they tell you to stop doing it.
That's that hustler mindset, bro. Like another thing too is like, at least with me and Seattle Speedstars, like they be like, "Bro, like y'all just a group of friends." All right, bro, we're a group of friends, but we're doing what we love. Like, it's a passion for cars, and cars aren't my everything, but it's just like it's just that side thing. Like there's 3 brands to me basically. There's ASAP Nelson, which is the YouTube, and Nelson the brand, which is me, and then you got Very Rare, which is my production team, and that lifestyle that I try to live by, and then you have Seattle Speedstars, which is just my group of friends of we just like cars, But another thing people always ask me is like, "Oh, what's the ASAP?" And it's always strive and prosper, or always strive and persevere, because I think that's a good way to live life. Is like never give up and just keep on going.
No, I think with that motto, I actually do fuck with that. A lot of people would be like, ASAP, as soon as possible, blah, blah. But then you do your own twist.
Yeah.
You tell them.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I low key finesse that from the ASAP mob. But I mean, that's probably one of the biggest influencers too, because he was like, I look at ASAP Rock, he was jiggy, bro. Like he was so clean, he was so different, and I give a lot of credit to my brother for putting me on with that. Like, if it wasn't for my brother, I don't think I would have the confidence or like the style I would, because the thing is, I do stuff that my brother would have done if he had the confidence for it, or like the style, the way I talk, the way I listen, the music I listen to. I give credit to my brother right there. He's done all that. He's supported me the most before anyone else ever did. He's the one that told me, like, I'll tell my parents, like, "Yo, I'm doing YouTube." They'll be like, "All right, that's cool, but focus on school still. Like, make that your first priority." And school is a big priority. Make sure you guys do that. But my brother was like, "Bro, just do it. Like, I believe in you. Like, just fuck with you like that." Because family will always be your biggest supporter no matter what.
Yeah, I think having those people in your life is probably one of the blessings that you guys always need to take in. Yeah. Just because, you never know when, you might have, a fallout, I guess.
Yeah.
For maybe like a little bit, like with your brothers. But make sure at the end of the day, like, you might hate them for like a day, 2 days, but always, if you could forgive, always forgive.
Yeah, man, forgive. I mean, that's a big thing too. You gotta have it in your heart to forgive people, because you gotta understand, like, people change over time. Like, there's been people that I've met where, like, bro, I hate them so much, and then once you finally meet them, you're like, bro, like, what happened to you? Like, oh, they'll talk about something happened this. Like, people change over time. You gotta understand that. Like, not everyone's always gonna be the same.
Yeah, and then I always say, like, you might meet someone on a bad day too.
That's true.
That first impression might be your first impression of them, but you don't really know them as a person. They might have had bird shit on their foot or some shit. I don't know, like some dumb shit, right?
For sure.
But like, you really gotta think about, if someone says something to you, sometimes you gotta look back and be like, just don't react how they want you to.
Yeah.
Because don't let that negative energy get into you. I'll just be like, oh man, he must have had a bad day.
Yeah, like,
go upon your day. Yeah. Really, because
don't let it affect you, bro. Be like, what the heck, like, bro. Even something like Dahlia's driving, some dude could be mad at you. He'll flip you off. You'd be like, dang, bro, like.
Yeah, I don't get road rage at all.
I do sometimes, but I don't. But that's just because I like to go fast, and I don't like when people drive slow. Just saying that now.
I'm gonna say this though. Recently, TJ got in a car accident. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw that. Right? I saw that, bro. You know what's crazy? That was the morning right after the PS5s, and I camped out right next to him that night.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn. Wait, so you got the PS5s with him?
No, so.
Or you camped out with him? So
basically, I was camping out for my brother actually, because my brother and his homies were gonna go camp out in front of the Fred Meyers for the PS5s. I was like, he was like, "Yo, I'll give you like $50 if you camp overnight for me." I'm like, "Fuck it, I'll do it." And it was cool because I got to meet like his closer homies, like my guy Franco's, Darnell, and then the first time I met his name's Ish, bro. Like, these guys are like, they're in their 20s, bro, and they're my brother's homies, but they've all known me since I was a kid, so it was cool to finally meet them. And we're chilling there, we're talking, you know, kicking it, and then TJ pulls up, bro, like 5-6 kids just pop up with like yard chairs, and I'm like, bro, what? Dapped up TJ left, you know. And then after the camp out, I look on TJ Snap, bro, I was like, yo, what?
Wait, so TJ had people cook for him?
Yeah, bro, told you he's awesome, bro. TJ is entrepreneur, bro. Like,
okay, I'm gonna say this. I don't know if you know, but me and TJ go way back since 7th grade. I had him on a podcast or whatever, but
yeah.
Sneaker wise, bro, I think he's the only one person that really is still pushing sneakers like he does.
Cause I feel like that culture really died off, honestly.
Yeah.
Or at least at least for me as a person, I went through a phase of like reselling as a kid, like Supreme, Babe, you know, stuff like that. Now I'm just like, I'm chilling, bro. It's not.
Okay, so the thing with me though, you guys could fucking see. I got, all these shoes in there, probably all hella shoes. I'll probably have 30.
I'll probably,
bro. I don't know how much you got, but
probably like 30, 40, something like that.
Yeah, see, but really, the only reason why I have these shoes still is because it's an asset to me and I can still make money off.
Exactly, like they hold their value
like
still.
Stock and all that. Because I think as a kid, the reason why I started selling shoes was because, you know, I didn't have money. I didn't want to ask my parents for money, so I started flipping shoes. Making money off that. And the thing with TJ though is like, whenever he got a shoe, he just looked at his business and kept on flipping. Yeah. But when I got a shoe I liked, I'd be like,
oh. I was like,
let me buy another shoe and flip that. Yeah, you know, that's how I was. But I could tell with TJ, a lot of shit nowadays is just business, and I say that I respect that hustle just because I know there's hella shit that, you know, he be pushing out just for like shoes. I know he made like 106 transactions or some shit, something a lot, and I know he's trying to get like 6 figures next year, so I'm glad to hear that from him.
Bro, but the thing is, TJ, if anyone's gonna do it, it's TJ, bro, because he has it's such a lucrative type of business for him, bro. And
you have to keep on pushing in that business. Shoes,
exactly. If you get, bro, like let's say he gave up after like 500 followers, bro, he's like 3.5K, 4K now. Bro, that's because he keeps on pushing it and keeps on putting his name out there. Yeah. And he runs it like, bro, he has his own business cards and everything. Like, he knows how to run his stuff and he knows how to promote it. And I think that's another thing too that a lot of like creators need to understand. It's how you promote yourself too. Yeah. If you only share your stuff to like 4 or 5 friends, you're not gonna do it, bro. Like for me, I'll reach out to 100, 200, damn near everyone on my Snap. I'll reach out to like most of y'all and I'll be like, yo, new video, repost, share. And then to like my closer homies like Brent or something like that, I'll reach out and I'll send an actual whole ass paragraph and be like, yo, bro, I just dropped a new video. If you could like, share, subscribe, you know, do everything. And obviously I'm always gonna get an automatic yo, for sure, because that's the thing about having good supporters around you, and not even supporters. That's just your homie, bro, doing it for you. Like, you know, put around the good people.
I would say what I noticed around like along those lines, just of whenever I repost or if I send like a repost or whatever, all that. Yeah. It's like the homies that you thought were your homies, they might not even post your shit, right?
Bro, I've had people say, "Yo, dog, I don't do promotions."
But bro, literally, it's gonna be there for what 24 hours, and it's not gonna be there forever. You know, and it's just like it's funny how people are like, "Oh yeah, I can't post it up there," or they just leave you on red type shit.
They're like, "Bro, hey man, I don't want to look embarrassing." How's it embarrassing, bro?
Like it's like they hold themselves to such a high standard of, like they probably think they got like fans, and they get. I feel like they don't want to be judged for the shit that they post.
I'd be like, dog, like why are you so like?
I feel like they're the type of people that just still send streaks of a black screen, bro. Like, I'm sorry, like that's how it is. That's what it
man,
like.
Shout out to them 7th grade days, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You would brag about, hey yo, bro, streak 150 today, and be like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, I feel like we all moved past that.
Dude, like I swear, like everyone be growing up low key the same. Like we be going through the same phases in life. Like you be going, like I feel like once you go to 7th grade. Everyone wants to start doing the same thing. Cause I'll be telling my brother about some stories when I was in the 8th grade, and I think he was a freshman in college. I would tell him about some stuff that happened at school. He'd be like, "Bro, y'all still doing that?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Bro," he was like, "I was doing that 5 years ago." I was like, "Bro, what?"
Yeah, it just gets introduced to them
because the older generation will introduce the younger generation, and it's an endless cycle.
That's true. No, I mean. You got any stories that you had, like, you know, back in 8th grade? Like, what was the shit that you were doing that?
8th grade? Bro, 8th grade was actually such a good time for me. Like, I was a part of, like, the jocks and stuff, bro. Like, I was, bro, playing football, basketball, soccer. I was talking to everyone. Like, I just knew everyone around, like, around the school. Everybody knew me, and I think that was so cool at the time. But then I was getting ready to go to Kent Lake, and I was like, bro, like, I'm finna be with all my homies. And then I was like, damn, I gotta transfer to Kentwood. And then I saw everyone from KO turn snake on me. I was like, damn, bro. I found out hella people talking shit, talking down on me. Then I come back to Kentwood, bro, just hella love. I got homies that I knew from elementary school. You know, all the Mars Cartoon kids. I ended up going there, and I'm like,
oh shit,
bro, what? Like, and you know, all my homies like give me hugs, like, yo, it's so good to see you, And I was like, man, bro, I guess. And I always talked about, like, yo, I'm finna transfer to KO my sophomore year. Sophomore year came around, I was like, damn, bro, like,
I don't want to go.
I'm like, I'm chilling here, bro. I'm finna stay because Kentwood's such a bigger school, and in my opinion, it's a better school because it's more accepting to creators and accepting to just everyone around. It's more diverse in general. Like, you got people that will always look out for you. You always, like, I feel like everyone's always had, like, when they're a freshman, they have their senior that looked out for them. And for me, I had hella seniors. Like, I had ATL. ATL, bro, that's my dog right there. Miles Webster. It's my guy. Like, those guys right there looked out for me the toughest. And I was like, man, I love those guys to death. You know, bro, because, and I always told everyone, like, bro, I'm finna play QB. And I still try for it. Fuck it, why not? I see. But ATL was the first person that actually took me serious, bro. Like, he would pick me up he's a senior, I'm a freshman. He would pick me up to go hit the field with him. And everyone's laughing at me and shit, and I'm like, bro, I'm over here working with a 6'3" wide receiver. Also, like, the dude was low key built like a mini DK.
No, he looked like Julio. Like,
bro, that's my guy, ATL, bro. Like, playing basketball with him, and I remember, Trayvon. Trayvon was my guy too.
He was in our class too, bro.
Bro, he could low key hoop, bro. When you have your senior, like, your older homie look out for you, that's always the best case, bro. Like, because they're actually, like, looking out for you, like, little bro type stuff, you know. And I remember there were times like I'd have people messing me, and then got my senior right there, like, all right, bro, what's up with you? And, you know, and then you got people my age that are trying to press me, but then you got a 6'3" like senior.
He said, "That's my savior."
6'3" senior. I'm like, bro, oh my god, thank God you pulled up, man.
No, that's funny. No, because when I went to high school or when I was a freshman and shit, I didn't really mess with a lot of people, not due to the fact that I didn't fuck with them. It was just due to the fact that I didn't put myself out there.
For sure.
And then again, I felt like, I'm not gonna lie, when I was probably a freshman and sophomore, I was just on my own shit. You know, like, I'm not gonna lie, I was doing some dumb shit. Like drinking, like, all that dumb shit at night and all that, you know, sneaking out and all that shit.
Yeah.
But I always felt like I already knew everything. That's the bad thing. If you feel like you know everything in the world, then, you know, there's might be a time where you'd be like, oh, I know this is gonna happen, blah blah, and then some shit bad happens,
and you're like, bro,
what the fuck, right? It put me in perspective because I went through this situation where I was, you know, it made me reflect on life and be like, bro, like, I actually need to sit back and look at the shit I do.
Yeah, you humble yourself.
I gotta humble myself, really, because like it was catching up to me, just doing dumb shit. It catches up to you. So I mean, I think that senior would have been good for me. Yeah. But I felt like I knew how to do everything. That's why I didn't have that senior. I didn't have that. You know, that's why I try to make this podcast. Try to make it like this is, you know, in the perspective where the senior, people who's watching it is the freshman.
Exactly.
Right. So that's the way that I'm trying to make it. So I mean, I mean
I think that's a great thing. I mean, for me, I like you said, like, I feel like at least I'm more mature than people my age most of the time. At least I'll still be childish every now and then, but like, I look around the people around me, like, they're all older than me because I feel like I can relate to them easier, bro. Like, it's just cooler because, like, I mean, look at all the creators, bro. I think out of all the creators, I think I'm the youngest one because Stamar is 18, you're 19, turning 20. Warf is 20 or 19.
He's 18.
He graduated this year, right?
Yeah, 2020.
Well, Warf is still young. Like, he's older than me, you know.
He's pretty young. Though.
I'm only 17. Like, I think between, like, at least for Kentwood creators, I think I'm the youngest one. Yeah. And just having my older homies, like, just there, like, it's just, they help you mature too, to tell you not to do any dumb things. Like, they'd be like, bro, like, don't even do that, like, that partying phase like that, bro. Focus on you, focus on what's good for you, and just keep on going. And I give a lot of credit to my seniors, bro, because they told me that. Like, bro, they're like, trust me, them parties is not worth it. Like, yeah, it seems cool on people's snaps, but it's not cool when you get busted for drinking when you're like 15.
Yeah, I feel it. Like, there's shit that, you know, I did when I was a kid, and it's not like I regret it or anything, but it's like shit I didn't need to do it.
Yeah,
it was more of a want rather than a need.
Yeah, it's like, bro, I could have been like more productive in my time.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. Like if I started all my music before, that's just a woulda, coulda, shoulda type of thing.
Oh yeah.
Like you say, we don't want to look in the past, but I mean, I think it's an hour in. I mean, do you want to plug in like the shit? Just put them on the shit you guys are like. What can we look forward to? Just in the upcoming.
What y'all can look forward to, man.
2021. What
2021. At least for me as a person, ASAP Nelson. The YouTube, make sure y'all subscribe. ASVP. Damn.
No, you good.
ASVP space NE7SON. You can see some films from my brand, Very Rare. Some collab videos, hopefully with Barada and Kid Steez and many, many more. Yeah. And shoot, I can't really think of anything much. Like just keep on growing, making my brand better, and hopefully my goal is to get 1K by
you could do that
beginning of summer.
You could do that.
If y'all generally mess with me, hey, if you have any questions, make sure you just DM me at NE7SON _ and tap in with Seattle Speedstars, the crew, if you want to see the build for my car.
What you got right now?
I got a 2016 Subaru STI.
STI, damn.
Yeah, man, let's be zooming on there.
What color? Like a blue one? Like
I got that dark black, bro. And
damn.
Thing is, man,
I never knew there was such a thing as dark black.
Hey, man, to all you out there, make sure y'all drive safe, man, because growing up, I mean, Brent, what was it? My freshman year, senior year, right? When Trinette passed away. I think.
I don't remember, bro.
Yeah, make sure y'all drive safe, man, because we ain't trying to lose no more people out there, and look out for yourselves, man. Because I got my first speeding ticket, I think maybe 4 or 5 months ago, and I call it probation. It's not really probation, but I can't get another ticket for a year, otherwise it stays on my record, man. The insurance price is gonna be insane. But with that being said, man, thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll hand it off to Brada.
Yeah, all right. I just want to say a special thank you to Colin and Lucas just for pulling up. Shout out Seattle Speedstars. If you guys just make sure you guys tune into them. And then your Instagram was NE7SON
or _. And if y'all want to type in the main, it's ASVP _Lynn17. That's the main. And then, the YouTube, because I don't post on the main, but if you guys want to see on the second account, NE7SON _.
Yep. All right. We'll catch you next time. So good looking for tuning in and shit. All right, peace.